Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well. So, continuing with the last class of our General English, let's start our today's class. Alright, so in the last class of our General English, we did a recap of the poem that is The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Alright, so I hope that that poem is clear to you all. Now, for today's class, we will be doing a new chapter. Alright, that is from the prose section. So we will be doing from the prose section the Ailing Planet, that is the Green Movement's role. Alright, it is there in page number 43. Alright, so if you take out page number 43, you will find the chapter, that is the title of the chapter is the Ailing Planet. Now, planet, by the word planet, we definitely can make an idea that it is referring to our planet Earth. Okay, because on this planet only, that is on Earth only, we are surviving, isn't it? And now there is a word here that we see that is being modifying this word planet, that is qualifying the word planet, and it says it is ailing. Planet Earth is ailing. Now what do you mean by ailing? Ailing means ill. Alright, that is when a person gets, fell ill. When a person fell ill, he is unwell. Okay, not healthy, unhealthy. Alright, so that is what it says here, that our planet Earth is unwell. Alright, it is getting ill day by day. And who are the ones who are responsible for this ailing planet? That is you and me. Alright, that means human beings. So human beings are the cause, human beings are responsible for this ailing planet. Now it is a very important thing to observe and to understand what it says, because it is creating a kind of awareness among the human beings. Alright, as we have, we also studied, relating to nature. We also studied about nature in our previous chapters also. If you see The Voice of the Rain, alright, then if you see, other chapters also we read in alternative English also. Now let's not talk about alternative English here. Alright, so sticking to this general English only, you will see that in each and every chapter there is a certain glance of nature that is being described. Alright, so what is actually the intention behind putting a part of nature in each and every chapter? That is in order to create awareness, in order to understand, because it is only through nature, only because of nature that we are able to survive on this earth. Alright, and we must understand this thing. We must realize this thing, isn't it? So it is a high time now, that we as a responsible citizen, as a responsible human being on this earth should take up steps, should take initiative in order to make our surrounding, eco-friendly. Okay, in order to make our surrounding able for us. It's not only about us, but we must think about our future generations also. Alright, we must try to fulfill all our needs, but keeping in mind about the needs of our future generations too. And that is what it says here. Alright, here in this chapter you will see the problem is being shown, but solutions are also being referred to. What we must do, what we should take up, what kind of things and steps we must take up in order to make our environment and surrounding able for everyone to live in. Alright, and not only not only about us, but we must think about the future generations ahead. Okay, so that is what it says here. So the chapter starts with the qualifying word, all right, that is the Ailing Planet, the Green Movement's Role by Nani Palkhivala. Okay, Nani Palkhivala. All right, so before starting the chapter, you will see certain expressions here, all right, as it is always there, you know, in the general English chapters. So you will see some of the expressions that are given here. So let's go through this once. All right, see, the first expression here is a holistic and ecological view. Now, ecology, you must be knowing, that is living organisms, all right, and its surrounding, that is ecology. And holistic view, so whatever we do in the present situation, you know, whatever like steps and whatever initiative we take in the present world, in the present, you know, system, it must cater to the needs of the future generation. All right, we must be able to see everything as a whole, not only as part. Now we are living in a we will be living for a certain period of time. All right, human beings have got validity, isn't it? We will be living max to max, we can live up to 60 or 70 years. So beyond that, what will happen? Okay, our future generation will proceed on, so we have to think for that also. Okay, so we can't simply think as you know, parts. We can't think everything as part. We can't think our life as part. You know, we must think everything. Okay, we must think about everything, and that too as a whole. We should not be only limited to only our own needs, and that happens with everybody, as we can see in the present scenario also. In this pandemic also, we see that, you know, people just rush to the malls and shops and all, and they just keep grabbing all the things that will be required for the past for the coming few days. You know, people don't think for the others. They just want to grab everything that is there in the store for a, you know, period of time, for a period of days, so that, you know, so due to that, what happens, as we think like that, as we keep doing that, other people, you know, they don't get that much of stuffs. They don't get, you know, hold of that much of stuff in order to meet their needs. So that is what we see in simple ways of life. Okay, now here, whatever it says, it is about holistic approach. It is about whole. It's not about part. Okay, so we must think, we should think about others also. We should not, you know, our mind and our thinking should not get limited to only our needs. So that is what it says. So holistic and ecological view, that is a whole. We must think for the whole, all right, not for the parts. Sustainable development. Sustainable development is a kind of development where we must fulfill our needs, no doubt, but keeping in mind, you know, without compromising the future needs. Okay, the needs of the future generations. So that is what it says about sustainable development. Next is languish. Languish means when something gets weakened. All right, that means becoming weak. That is called languish. Ignominious darkness. Ignominious darkness means when you don't have any knowledge about a particular set of things and you ignore that thing. When you don't have knowledge about a particular thing, that means what? You ignore that fact, you ignore that thing, you dishonor it. Okay, so that is what it's the meaning of this expression is. Next is inter alia. Inter alia, that means among other things. Okay, among other things. Next, decimated, calculation. Next, catastrophic depletion. Definitely depletion, you know, that is the deteriorating condition of earth. Here it refers to the, you know, deteriorating condition of the earth. Then it is said as catastrophic. Catastrophe means destructive. Okay, depletion, deteriorating condition, that means what? Catastrophic, it's destructive nature. Transcending concern. concern. It's a kind of concern that existed from a long period of time and still it's existing. Okay, so that is about here. It says, it refers to about our surrounding. Okay, so here before the start of this chapter, you will see 4 lines that says a very important thing. All right, so let's go through this and let's see what it says. The following article was written by Nani Palkhivala and published in the Indian Express on 24 November 1994. Now this whole chapter, it's an article, okay, written by Nani Palkhivala and it was published in the Indian Express, that was in the year 1994 on 24th November. Alright, the issues that he raised regarding the declining health of the earth continue to have relevance. Now, that in that year, he wrote this, but he published this article in the year 1994, and now it's 2020. So that means almost 16 years. Alright, so whatever he says, whatever the points he raised up in this article, so those points, those things, those facts are still existing, because nature is such a thing. The problems, the concerns related to nature are such things that prevails every day. Alright, and we all are suffering, we all are going through the same phase, when it comes to nature, when it comes to our surrounding, isn't it? Because as the population is growing, everything is happening only because of population and nothing else. It's only because of population that we are facing unemployment. Okay, then it is only because of population that we are encountering deforestation. It is only because of population that we are encountering global warming. It is only because of population that day by day, what we see, we are actually deteriorating the condition of our nature. Okay, so everything actually arises from population only. Alright, so the very first thing, the root cause, if you say or if you observe, you will see that the root cause of all the problems, all the existing problems, the root cause is only population. Okay, so that is the first thing that we must do something about. We must think on. Okay, we must think about. So it is a high time for every one of us, to create this awareness and also to realize it. Okay, because the day will not be far off when you, me and everyone living on this earth will be no more. Okay, and if we do realization later on, it will be of no use, isn't it? So we must actually think on it. Okay, so every problem that we are facing in today's world, every problem that arises from population only. So the very first thing that we must do, that India should do, is of population control. Okay, so that is a must, but unfortunately it's not happening. Very few families are there, very few people are there, who actually think on this. Okay, so that is only my point of view, what I think, and that's what I'm sharing about here. All right, so let's come to this article now. So the issues that he raised, whatever points he put forward, in this article, those all points actually relate to the, it says about the declining health of the earth, which is still continuing, which still continue to have its relevance. Relevance means importance. That means those problems, those points that he put up are still existing. We are still facing those things. Okay, still That means even after 16 years, and it will keep on going like that for sure, even after 25 years, 30 years or so. Okay, let's see. One cannot recall any movement in world history which has gripped the imagination of the entire human race so completely and so rapidly as the green movement. Please underline this this phrase, okay, the green movement, which started nearly 25 years ago. All right, so this green movement that we heard of, this has started nearly 25 years ago. In 1972, the world's first nationwide Green Party was founded in New Zealand. Please underline this line if you have pen or pencil with you. Alright, so what it says here, question may come in a different way. Suppose if you are asked in which year the world's first nationwide green movement was founded in New Zealand, it will be in 1972. If question comes about the place, all right, that in 1972, where, or you can say where the world's first nationwide green movement was founded in 1972, that will be, the answer will be in New Zealand. Okay, or it may come as this way also, that which, it's actually not green movement, it's about green party, it's saying. All right, the green party was founded. All right, so what thing was founded? If a question may come up like this way also, that what thing was founded in New Zealand in 1972, as it was regarded the world's first nationwide got its acceptance. All right, so question may come up like that way also. Then the answer will be, it's the Green Party. All right, relating to the green movement. So since then the movement has not looked back. So since then, that means since that time, from that time, this movement, that is the green movement, has not looked back. It still continues to exist. It is still existing. It still has its importance, it still has its relevance. Okay, because when we say about green movement, green, that means refers to the surrounding, so it will always be there in our life, isn't it? So that is what it says, that it has not looked back, and in the coming years ahead also it will never be looked back. Why? Because it will always remain. All right, so let's just stop here for today. All right, we shall continue from the next paragraph in our next class. So thank you very much, and everyone, please take care.